Hello and welcome. I'm Dr. Krishtal Choksi from Om Yoga and Ayurveda Clinic. Welcome to Indian Ancient Wisdom onshore and offshore episode. Today we are going to talk with Dr. Neeraj Thakur. He is really very well known a doctor from India and Australia. He has done wonderful practice in India as a child specialist, or I would say pediatric. And after coming in Australia, he has started his Ayurveda practice. He's in the field from around 26 years. I hope you enjoy and love this episode. It's full of wisdom. Let's talk with Dr. Neeraj Thakur. Hello and welcome, Dr. Neeraj Thakur. Namaste.
Namaste, doctor. How are you?
I'm very well.
And thank you for inviting me on this platform.
Thank you so much. It's really nice to have you on this show, in Ancient Medicine Onshore and Offshore.
My pleasure.
So, Dr. Neeraj, as you are saying yourself and your students or your patients are saying specialist Ayurveda consultant.
Yes.
What is that specialist and Ayurveda consultant? What is the idea behind it?
Well, like say, consultant is like anyone can be consultant. So nowadays the Ayurveda is not like limited to the people. Like everyone, if you see if you Google around, if you YouTube, if you anything, like so many people are coming with the Ayurveda things, presenting themselves with this cures, eat this and this cures, say this thing. But I think so. I must say, like I've been in this practice from last 26 years.
Wow.
Ayurveda is a deep ocean. So it's not understandable to be in a one life for me. It's very, very vague. So everything which is to be mentioned have their different meanings. If I say it's a consultant, so simple consultant is like you consult, you know how to treat or what to give and how to manage this patient. But when you go deep into that and what the pros and cons, and you deep related the disease with the modern science as well, and you go further deep into the mythology and into the the causes of the disease, it's not limited. Like it's not vata pitta kapha. Like it's not what people simply say is vata pitta kapha is that's what is meant for Ayurveda. There are so many things like vata is different, pitta is different, kapha is different. When you go deep into that, which I think so, which whosoever goes into the deep into the thinking process of the protocols of the Ayurveda, he or she should be designated as a specialist in that particular field. So because we haven't done anything yet, so we are not radiologists, we are not doing anything else. We are doing only Ayurveda. So once you get in particular field for certain time with a certain knowledge gained from here and there from books and all that stuff, so it comes at the special level. So for me, like so I think so. I won't say like I'm up to some level. I will say like if there are 100 steps, I'm just in the beginning. I've done nothing. So, but still I feel better. Like I know something better than other people, but no one is lesser than anyone. So specialist means which only concerns about Ayurveda philosophy, the procedure and the protocols, how does it work and why it works. And if you go deeper further, nowadays the people are saying it's already mentioned there, it's already mentioned there, it's already mentioned that the science is inventing. It's okay, it's already mentioned there, but why do we have not told this thing to the people around the world? This is how does it mean? Because when you go to Japan or some other Korea country or some other country, you can't make them understand in Hindi language. So you have to learn Korean language, you have to learn Japanese to let them explain them. So what I believe, to make understand the things to the other science, you must involve their science with Ayurveda and let them know, explain them know what you're talking about. This is how the Ayurveda is saying about. So when you think of that thing, then you become something specialized in that thing. Then you can correlate that thing. How can it be manageable? So like simple people say, Ayurveda says like now all the diseases are from your gut, or you say amachya. Yes, simply we say like pet say, stomach say like problem.
Yeah.
But if you go, this is all the game is about the gut.
Yeah.
If something you eat doesn't process well, it 100% is creating a certain disease. Although we don't name the disease, and I will just say like there's no need to explain the disease name. Only you know what is affected, go for it. So name is not there well viable, like there are diseases names, but when you can't name the disease, at least you can explain like what is this happening and how you're gonna cure it. So this is what I say, like if you go deep into that, you become something specialized in that particular form. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you have this understanding before you enter into Ayurveda that Ayurveda is this much deepened, or how you progress, like you choose to go to learn Ayurveda and then you gain the wisdom and
Yeah, doctor, that's a very interesting story. Like when I was in year 10, thereafter, there was exams for medical and non-medicals. You have to give the entrance exams. So this is a very good story. Like I was not among the top ones. And my parents never have forced me to go for 90%, 80%. At my time, 50%. We pass, we're lucky, we're happy. We don't need 60, 70, 80,
no more
even we don't
burden.
need it. So because my family have some background of medical. So my father, he was in a dental line, he was a dentist. So he wanted me to become a doctor when I was in year 8. So he said he bring me a stethoscope at that time, and I was aware like what medical profession is, but there wasn't any chance of Ayurveda like what it is. But if I go back to my ancestors, like my grandparents, my grandfather and my grandparents from my mom's side, they used to do Ayurvedic practice, but they were not qualified practitioners. They were just Vaidyas in a village. And they used to cure with mantra chikitsa. They used to cure with a mantra. Yeah, I've seen like they have cured in my front of my eyes like jaundice, some sort of diseases, skin diseases. But I wasn't aware. I think this is what is happening. Like, I say, okay, we see this is what it is. But they used to bring the herbs from the hills. My ancestors, they are from Himachal Pradesh,
Wow.
So there is a hills, and all hills have their own herbs. So that was the one thing, but was still I don't have anything in my mind. So when I get exams, so I cut short it, like I got admissions in different medical colleges, but I live in Chandigarh, in north part of India. So when I get selected in Bangalore, my mother, she said, now we don't send him to Bangalore. If he can arrange something here. Then I got second admission again in Bangalore in BDS, dentistry. Wow. So my parents, they were hitch about to send me to Bangalore. I don't know why, but they said, now you try somewhere like near to Chandigarh. So when I got the Chandigarh, like then I got the admission in BAMS. So I was just maybe I was at just like I think two or three numbers left where I didn't get MBBS, but I got BMS. So this was my journey when I got BMS. I wasn't aware of anything what this BAMS is, but I was aware of this thing. After doing this BMS, you can start practice and you'll be a doctor. That is what I've been having in my mind.
Right.
So in the first year when I went my medical college, I have the medical college. I saw like, oh my God, it's Sanskrit. I never have read with the Sanskrit and all the stuff. So it was a hard time for the first year. And to be, it's going to be social.
Yeah.
There were 6 subjects. Out of 6, I was failed in 4.
I can understand.
So I was failed in 4.
I totally understand, because when we learned 11th, 12th, there is no any idea what we are going to choose in Ayurveda field. And whenever we enter into Ayurveda, lots of things are very unfamiliar for us. Physics, chemistry, maths, and those kind of things we learn for maybe I can say from 1st to 12th.
Yes.
Here and there.
The basic
but we
things,
never heard about the itihasa.
Yes, the basic thing was like the language, the Sanskrit and the Hindi. Like I never have gone
Exactly.
through this deeply with the Hindi in a right. So although
Mm,
there was a Hindi subject in my school, but we
yeah.
never have written Hindi or Sanskrit. So I got failed in first year, and
Mm,
I was just feeling myself depressed. And all
mm,
the professors, they are the patient of my father. They came to my home and they said like, your son failed in this. I was failed in anatomy. I was failed in Ithas. No, failed in physiology, failed
mm.
in Sanskrit.
Padarth.
And I said, this is worse, like what is happening? Then anyhow, I managed to get them passed. I get all subjects are passed. Then thereafter never have seen back like what is there Ayurveda. Still, it is not understandable to me. But in a college, me and my friends, we got a group where we try to understand what this Ayurveda is like. And we get in touch with one of our professor, like he was specialist in Nadi Pariksha. And
Wow.
do you think so? Like in second year, we got the professional years, 1.5 year. In
Mm,
second year, after passing my first year, subjects first year, we started sitting in OPD.
wow.
In the second year, it was just after second year, I think so. 98, I get admission. 99, no, sorry, 93, I got the admission. 94 end or 95 beginning, we started in sitting in OPD. We don't have anything. What is medicine? What is that? What is that? But by the third year, we know I have read through with the Ayurveda Sasangra, this the what do you call the charka, everything which is to be meant in a final year. So we got
Mm,
so much indulged in this Ayurveda. So no,
right.
this is something we have to go it. And you've been knowing about in India like during that time. Now it's a very big boom of
It's
Ayurveda. It's a very big
completely
boom.
different. Completely
Yes.
different. Yes.
So now the thing this comes up, even our BMS doctors in college, they
Mm,
say, what are you going to do after this? This doesn't come. This student has aristas, no one goes for it. You want success, start allopathy.
mm,
But we got stuck in that. I said, no, I got the good friends, my circle, all of them.
mm,
And one thing, we we 100% learn Ayurveda. We 100% did practice of Ayurveda in our college, in Panchkarma, everywhere. And we passed out very well, doctors. And now, after this period, if you, my friends in India, like I'm not in that level of practice in Australia, but they have their all 100% Ayurveda hospitals.
wow.
And few of them curing cancers and chronic cases, and they are renowned doctors over there. So this is
Wow.
what I learned, which I don't have any base of Ayurveda, and
Mm,
I have. I was, the juniors comes to us to my to learn Ayurveda to me, like, oh, teachers. It's a simple phenomena. There's nothing to learn, nothing to do. Just close your eyes, think of the process, and learn the protocols. You will follow every disease treatment. This is
right.
how I started my practice thereafter. And very well I say, like, I didn't fell down by Ayurveda all the time. People said, even my father said, like, what you want to go with the Ayurveda practice or you want to go with the allopathy. I say I can do the allopathy, that's not a trouble. And I did the allopathy along with my practice in the beginning to start with my practice. But after 1 year or 1.5 year, I started my Ayurveda 100% practice then.
Right.
Thereafter, I never have seen back. But I would say to my BMS doctors, even they they learn Ayurveda, that is mandatory. But we have to go parallel with the other science as well. I
Right.
have gone through with in a modern in a final year. I have gone through with a surgery book. The Belly and Love. You must will remember that book. Surgery book, Belly and Love, medicine, Davidson, pediatrics, OP guide,
Yep.
everything. After graduation, I failed in anatomy. I was a professor of anatomy to BSc Nursing College and
Wow.
principal to the BSc Nursing College. I teach BSc Nursing students as anatomy, as a lecturer, as a professor thereafter for 3 years. Then I came here
Wow.
in Australia in 2007. So
Wow.
it was my journey, like, but I say, if someone comes to me, they say, you know about this. I say, you come to me, I'll explain you better than your GP or better than your practitioners, what you have been other practitioners. So they get satisfied with the things like you got the knowledge at all. But this knowledge doesn't come in a one go. You have to be
Absolutely.
every day refresh yourself. Even
Yeah.
now, I
Yeah,
go. Yeah.
I can correlate with you that after 20 years, 30 years, even some other practitioners are also coming after this podcast. All are what I have heard from them, and what I am going to hear is we are learning, still learning. So there is deep down lots of things which we can learn from, just like how the modern science has lots of things improvement and lots of
Yes.
research is happening.
Yes.
Though Ayurveda does not have that much rigorous research work, but still there is, while we are learning, or I would say while we are studying, or we
Yes.
are reading it,
Yeah.
every time we click something.
Yep.
So
That's true.
nowadays what I am doing is like Vata Pitta Kapha, they all other like the basic sutras. I
Yes.
have a collection of the basic sutras, and I just read it just to remember myself that okay, this is this according to Charaka, Susruta, and Vagbhatta. And whenever I am just taking only one page every morning, just one page for this one page for this one, like Agni or
Yes.
Dhatus or these and that. Just this is just a kind of ritual. Just 5 minutes. Just spend 5 minutes.
Yes.
Whenever I open, I click something which I never ever had before.
That's very much true. Like sometimes I feel myself down. Like, how could I know? I don't know this thing. Like, I don't know this thing even. I'm not basic clear sometimes. Say it depends like what sort of patient comes to you. It's not always like coming patients are,
Correct.
they are all different. Like, we have to go with other manifestations, like other protocols, So it's very vague. I mean, say you can't write it down in a one go. Like this is what it is meant for this particular
Mm,
disease, and this is a treatment line of treatment.
mm,
You have to be very much different process, different protocols for each and every. Not the protocols. I will say the protocols remains the same, but the line of the treatment is get changed with every different people, every
mm,
different patient. So
mm,
so that is sometimes I feel myself like I'm I'm just I'm just don't know anything about. I feel myself bad, like, oh my God, patient is complaining of still the same symptom. I'm
mm,
giving my best. Why this is not happening, is not getting improvement. So there are two things why what I realize, like why you don't get the results out of your treatment.
mhm,
Either your treatment is wrong, and
mhm.
you're applying the treatment to the patient is not correct, or the second is the medicine you are providing to them is not up to that potential which is giving effect to the patient. So these are the two things I have learned throughout my practice. Either medicine is not correct to the potential level, or either you're not treating the patient in a right way, which is to be treated in a right way. So medicine is not in our hands, so we can't control the medicine's
Correct.
potential or medicine's confidentiality, how the good medicine is. But I focus on this thing. Why this is not happening? I have to change something ups and down. It
Yeah.
depends. Taking empty stomach with
Yeah.
food or after food, what times
Ah,
that makes a lot of changes in the healing process. Like
right.
so,
Right.
so this thing, if you go for this thing, you see there comes lots of changes in your treatment and the process and the progress of the treatment you are providing to the patient. So this is like not allopathy. Like if someone comes to you with a pain, go with some analgesics or go with antibiotics if infection is there. It's very different. Like I got the infections, I gave the Rakshodakas to them, but it doesn't work at all. So you have to manifest other thing. Why this is not working? So
Mm,
so it's sometimes it's very weird. Like sometimes I feel like no, I'm not good. So I
yeah.
feel sometimes depressed myself. So
Yeah.
I'm not overconfident, but I've seen people are so much confident. I don't know how they build the confidence, but I'm not able to get the confident when the patient says like I'm not getting any good result. And
Mm,
it happens out of 10, one patient says that. And I don't regret for that. That is my fault. I feel myself that I'm not giving you the full what you have to be get in the treatment. So this is somehow like people of our Ayurveda practitioners should go for this thing as well, like this. And this is the reason like where we can't go for the researches, even because it's so vague, like where you gonna go, like there are so many things. There's nothing one thing you can go for it where you can get success. Then there comes the next tributary, there comes the next tributary. So there is lots of things, like it's very vague, like that's what I'm saying, like it's a deep ocean, there's endless things.
Right.
Yes.
So there is that type of wisdom you have gained throughout your journey, that either your line of treatment, maybe there is something wrong, or
Yes.
maybe medicine doesn't have that
There are
potential.
only two things happens, yeah.
Right. So, and the research side is maybe some kind of things is not right, or maybe there is lots of things which may be overwhelmed to the doctors, that
Yeah.
which way we can do or which way we can go for the research, or say
Yes.
lots of things
Yes.
comes up during the way,
Yeah.
like on the way. So what type of uh, patients do you prefer to see more?
Well, like say, I don't make any choices,
Okay.
but I I I don't normally have all the chronic patients, and the patients are where they have been taking treatment for so long, and they don't have left with any options. None of the patient comes to me in the first stage, or it will say like if someone is suffering from this, no of the patient comes to you on that stage. So always at the end part of a journey, or when the things are like beyond their water, the what is gone up their head. So they comes up. So I would say like I got Crohn's patients, intestinal bowel syndrome patients.
Right.
I got cirrhosis patients, arthritis patients. These are the basic patients I got with me. But being in Australia, I don't take care of much patients of other things like blood sugar patients or heart patients. I don't go with them because it's a very legal thing. I can't go with them. That you take this medicine, get cured. What happened? Like if something happened to them, they're gonna blame me. So I go with some autoimmune disorders. That is what it is. Basic autoimmune disorders. I go for it. Generalized patients are there. Basically, I won't say anything. Especially I go for one patient, but I love to have the difficult patients, like someone like some patients comes with a diagnosis which I have never have heard of that diagnosis, what it is.
So some kind of
So,
challenging case.
so it is challenging. So I have to go with the search like what patient is actually suffering from. So when I came to with the suffering, it's just like a one thing in Ayurveda which is mentioned there. Example, like I'm giving you that someone is coming up with some other disease, and the disease has never been healed by me. And when I go with the symptoms and all that stuff, and it's simple to cure about it. So sometimes the disease is very weird. You never have heard about the disease. But the symptoms, if you go with them, they're very simple. So I manage patients with like such type of guidelines. So preferably, and I will say, uh, I have people don't much have awareness about Ayurveda. Frankly, I will say, and somehow like they come up because someone have told them, you try this. And when they come up here, even they are Aussies, even they are Indians as well. Like even Indians living here for a long time, they knew about it, but they say like we are skeptical about the treatment, what is gonna work. And say you are Indian, you must know about it. At least you should not say these words. Different country people from different regions, I understand them, they don't understand. But only thing they understand thereafter when I explain them how does it work, because that's mandatory, how does it gonna work. They have not any single knowledge about this Ayurveda. So awareness among the people is very less over here. Among the other nationalities, Indian people are aware, but all people living here, they are still skeptical. I know some of the GPs, they are my patients, but they are aware of Ayurveda, but they are very scared to take Ayurveda medicines. Only thing is this, I don't know what mindset they have because of this country status, but what it is. But when make them satisfied, they get satisfied. It's okay, we are safe to take them.
Right.
But
So
if
the basic idea is the though the modern medicine doctors are aware of Ayurveda, they are not really convinced to follow the Ayurveda medicine, or I would say they feel like this is not regulated, so that's why it's not safe.
That's what the only reason is, because I've been in touch with many doctors over here, and with the associations of Indian doctors. When I ask them to send the patients and to recommend something, they don't write down anything on the paper. They simply say, all right, you have this rheumatoid arthritis, and this is the ultimate. We are going with the rheumatologist and the injections and the all methotrexate medicines, all the hepatic toxic medicines that are there. They give them verbal, like you want to try with this, you want to go this, but none of them are writing on a paper. So this is what, because they want to keep this thing on don't want on them on their head. So this is where I feel myself bad. Like, okay, we are not, once you are in any of a line of a treatment, like you are treating, once you are qualified, it's not doctor's desire, like whomsoever the doctor is, either it's a homeopath or it's a chiro or whatever it is. No one wants to kill the patient, to make the worst scenario for the patient. But half-baked knowledge is a problem, where the patient gets the trouble and where the pathy get, the side effects of the treatments.
Absolutely.
There is no any treatment, there is no anything in a world which don't have any side effect.
Yes, of course.
So there is nothing, anything else. There is, you can say they don't have any side effect. You eat food, there is a side effect. You drink water, there is a side effect. You drink milk, whatever comes from the nature. Only the thing is this, I think we need to improve ourselves, which is not good for the patient, which is not recommended to the patient. And I told you the first time, like, it very much depends what you're giving and what quality you are giving. So that when you don't believe in a quality and you don't trust in a quality, even the food poisoning happens.
Absolutely.
Even the food poisoning happens. So how we can believe like this medicine can't make you any poison in your body? So this is why the reason I know, like, people, the other the specialist people or GPs or other doctors, they have the main target on us. Your medicines are not good. So medicines are hepatotoxic, nephrotoxic, or toxic. How to make them convinced, like, no, they are the bunch of good medicines available, but they still don't believe it.
That's where research-oriented work needed, much more needed in Ayurveda. And that's why I think nowadays more and more doctors are willing to do the integrated approach. So if the doctors are there, whomsoever and whatsoever the data-based things are there. And Ayurveda also have some kind of data in some kind of diseases. So we can work with that. And that's where I think more awareness can be created.
Yeah, you're right, doctor. But this thing is, I think nowadays there are lots of good universities in India as well. Like, it's not like they're not doing that thing. They're doing a very high level researches, everything.
Of course.
But the thing is this: the recognition is not like up to the most advanced countries. Like, we are lucky, like the Australia still recognizes Ayurveda, but you see how much of limitations we have here. Like, sometimes, like, it comes to me when now, if I say, like, I see the patient is like bit worried about what he's taking inside his body. So if you're not sure about that, I have to mold that patient more towards the diet side instead of towards the medicine side. But everything can't be cured with a diet. Like, once you're in a asadya or yape condition kind of stuff. So there is some things like which we have to manage in a good way. You take this, and this is 100% gonna work in this. Why, if we say like, why we can't make certain group of medications like which is meant to be straightway for the three dosha. If you feel there is a pitta dosha aggressiveness, it will heal a pitta, but don't disturb kapha and vata. So there are three dosha medicines are available, but the main thing about the standardization of the medication, which we are lacking by, is just like an army man without a gun, or gun we have don't have a bullets. So what the fun to have a gun in our hands? There's no bullets. So this is one of the lacking thing. I think is a major thing in our country, in this country. So where we always lag behind. And secondly, I'll give you one short experience of mine. Like I've been to GPs, and they were, you know, when you've been in this any of a profession, you are limited to very least knowledge of the subjects which you have studied in your college. Like if I say like anatomy, physiology are the basic things. If I say, if after 26 years or 20 years or 30 years, if I would say what are the hepatic plexus or what is the hepatic veins coming in and out, you will take your brain to get the things out. You won't remember the particular, the particular veins or the arteries names or the plexus they are making up, but you know where they are. So it's not necessary to name the things, but you know where they are located, how they work. So when I talk to some of the GPs and they're talking about the things, they say, how do you know these all things like what we have read over there? So once they convince, like, no, you got the knowledge. I say, we got similar knowledge to you. I won't say 100%, but at least I would say like 70% knowledge similar to you guys. The basic only biochemistry we don't have. Otherwise, you talk of any of a thing, any of a subject, we're gonna give you same things. What you are right now on a platform, what I am on a platform, we will be like 90 to 95% same. So, but they don't know this thing like what we people know. But I say like up to 95% you're satisfied. But if I say about Ayurveda, you just up to 5%, I'm say I'm 80%. So why you ignoring us? We're equal in good. We understand the facts, interactions somehow, like, but it's not so much, but there's no side effects, I mean, like if we go safely. So yes, this you have to convince the system actually. And yes, it can't be verbally, it should be by the other people's support and with the documentations, which Indian government never produces the documentations here. I've been, so anyway, that's a different topic.
Yes, so before we go for the end, I would like to ask one remedy or one thing which you would like to say to listeners or what viewers.
Remedy for what?
For anything, for Ayurveda, for general, what you feel by working in so many years in Ayurveda.
Say what I've seen through with the Ayurveda practice now. As it is already mentioned, like there are three stamba: Ahar, Vihar, and Brahmacharya. Nidra. Yeah. So yes, nowadays, people are more aware of the medications. They believe to take medication or medicine and get themselves treated. But what I say always to my patients, even any of a patients comes to me with any of a disease which is being suffering from long time, the first motive of the line of treatment is if patient agrees with their diets and nidra. And I will go with the brahmacharya as well nowadays, because brahmacharya, Akshay Indriya is always on a worse side. It's always with a ati, is unlimited. So yeah, to live a healthy life, if you follow simple things in a life, you will get some diseases. That's not I'm saying you will not be having any problems, but the body have the capacity to heal itself, maybe in 1 day or in a 2 day or in 3 days. So the best thing is take care of your food, ahar, what you eat, when you eat, how much you eat. is the best remedy. Sleep is the best remedy. If you don't feel yourself fresh, wake up in the morning. You remember there is in a Ashtang Sangrah, when there is a one line I still remember, like when you wake up in the morning, udar ki taraf dekho. What does that mean? Udar means abdomen. When you wake up from your shayya, from your bed, and watch, you see your udar. Udar means like you don't have to see your belly, like how good your belly is like. You see like how you feel your belly is full. You feel you like feel like indigestion in your body.
Yes.
If it is like that, go to bed. Again, means like you need a sleep, because sleep is a kind of rejuvenator. It heals your rejuvenation. It heals the organs. So this is so much beautifully said. Like, but no one goes for it. People are scheduled for their times. They sleep late. They wake up with the stress. They sleep with the stress. They don't care about the food. What time they're taking up the food. So the best remedy is food. The second remedy is your sleep. And the third remedy is to keep yourself physically active. No need to go to gym anywhere else. Like 45 minutes of brisk walk makes you excellent throughout of your life. That is what it is. Eat wisely. Eat what you think of, like when you feel appetite. Never go for overeating. As per your time schedule, 2 p.m. is your lunch time, 10 is your breakfast time, 8 is your whatever. If you don't feel hungry, don't. Especially with the parents as well, like don't force your children to eat this. Let the children to go. They will eat by themselves when they're hungry. Correct. So this is the mool mantra to stay to by Ayurveda, I will say, in the future. Yeah. To live healthy and prosperous life. Right. Yeah. So thank you so much for all your time, all your wisdom, sharing very openly. And I really appreciate all your wisdom. And our viewers also love it. Thank you so much. And in future, we are coming with some other aspect of the Ayurveda and modern science as well. Thank you. No problem. I'm happy to discuss anything about Ayurveda. That's good. Thank you. Thanks, and have a good day further. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. So, here it is, our Dr. Neeraj Thakur from Ayurveda Holistic Healers Clinic, Sydney. He has done diploma in naturopathy, diploma in yoga, certificate in child health, and master's degree from natural medicine. And I hope you have seen his wisdom during this podcast. We are definitely coming with his all details. It's in caption, in description. If you would love to challenge him with different elements which you are suffering and you would love safe solution, definitely you can contact him. We will see you in the next podcast. Till that, namaste.